In 1950, Lorraine started the development of its own self-propelled gun. Two prototypes were designed, both using the same hull, but one would be fitted with tracks and the other with wheels. The mounting of the 155 howitzer was also different on both. One was located in the central part of the hull, and the other one was pushed to the front of the hull. Finally, both prototypes were tested and revealed numerous of serious design flaws in them. So in 1954, a model with a fully rotating turret was considered. In the end, the Lorraine's idea was rejected and further development was cancelled. What's up everyone, WizardKen here, and today we're going to be looking at the Lorraine 155-50. Now this is a French tier 7 artillery, and this is the new tank line we're going to be going down. I have already gotten to the Lorraine 155-51, but we're going to be covering this tank today because it is the tier 7 and it does need to be looked at. This is a pretty neat tank. Now, unlike other tanks, we're not going to be comparing or looking at the armor and stuff like that in the weak spots, because artillery is kind of like light tanks. They're pretty weak all over. Anywhere you hit them, you're pretty much gonna hurt them. There are those rare chances that you do ricochet, but we're not gonna go in depth on that. But we are gonna kind of compare it a little bit to another tier 7 artillery, specifically the American artillery, because I'm more familiar with them. I've gone down that line, at least up to the tier 8, almost to the tier 9, but I have had my experiences with playing with the tier 9 and stuff like that. So we're going to compare them to that size, because there's a couple things you're going to notice when we go to the stats right now. So right now, the tier 7 American arty would be the M12. The damage is 1,250 that it can do pretty much in a shot, give or take. Of course, the roll of dice, you could probably do a little higher or a little lower. The Lorraine 155-50 only does 950 damage. Now you guys are like, whoa, why would I not choose the M12? You know, I should only play with that. The thing is when you're going down tank lines, don't look at the tank specifically that you're at or the next one you're about to go to. Look at the long-term goal. What is the tier 10 going to be like? That's what I like to do when I'm researching tanks and stuff like that, just to look at them a little bit. I like to sit there and see which one's going to be more beneficial. If I'm going to get a tier 10 that's going to be, you know, crappy as hell, I might not do that line next. I might do a different one that I was interested in. So it's very important to see what you're going to be working for when you're doing tanks like this. And getting an autoloader with 4 rounds in it before it reloads is amazing, especially for an artillery. And I've seen those things kill so many tanks, it's not even funny. The French tanks do, or artillery do have a lacking in damage, kind of like the heavy tanks. They didn't do an amazing amount of damage, but it wasn't bad. Where they lacked in damage, they did do a decent amount of penetration, and also were autoloaders all the way through. So but these tanks aren't really that bad either. The rate of fire of the M12 is 3.37 rounds a minute, and the rate of fire for the Lorraine is 3.16. Excuse me, my throat is killing me. Anyways, but the neat thing about this tank is if you sit there and you're like, well, so far the M12 is winning, but this thing is actually pretty fast. This thing can get in and out of situations pretty nicely. Before my videos previous to this that I was going to use for this video were destroyed because of corruption in the files, I showed where I had a good amount of speed, which this thing can reach up to 60 kilometers per hour. And I was able to shotgun some people and get the heck out of there when I needed to. Or I could stay a couple more extra seconds. You know, as an arty, these things take forever to sight in, you know, to get those bubbles perfectly around an enemy. And with a tank like this, those couple extra seconds, you know the enemy's coming at you, those couple extra seconds can allow you to shoot somebody. Because of this speed, this thing could go quickly, it can get moving right away. You could do your last shot and move, where in the M12, stuff like that, you're going to be kind of panicking and trying to get yourself out of there before you ever take another shot. So this thing isn't too bad. Now the hit points, of course, this is a one-shot wonder. 340 hit points. So you're not going to be, you know, taking 2 or 3 shots. It's going to be a one-hit wonder on this thing. So, but all in all, I've very much enjoyed this tank when I've had it. It's been a lot of fun. I've kept it, 1, to do this video. Number 2, to actually keep it as an elite tank, because I really don't do that bad with it. I actually do really well with it. And so I'll probably keep it for maybe until I get to tier 9, and then my tier 8 will become the elite tank and stuff like that. But like I said, this is not a bad tank at all. I'm really enjoying it. And I feel like some people will probably dislike them because of the damage and stuff like that, but I feel if you give it a chance, especially if you notice what the tier 10 can do, I feel like it's worth the struggle. It's worth the wait to get up to tier 10. Like I said, I haven't had a bad time with these. I've actually gone through these tanks pretty quickly. It's been a lot of fun playing with them. So, but let's take a look at least at the equipment that I use, and also let's look at the consumables that we will be using on this tank. Alrighty guys, so we're going to look at the equipment first, and 2 things that you should really have in artillery no matter what is a medium caliber gun rammer or artillery shell rammer. And one of the reasons you want to have that is you want to get those loading times to be a lot quicker. It's only 10%, but 10% is better than none. Also, you want to get the enhanced gun laying drive. You really want to get your aiming speed in there too. One of the most annoying things, especially with this tank, which only has like a 14 degrees left and right for the barrel movement or the gun movement back and forth before you actually have to move the tank to readjust to be able to shoot at somebody. So having that quick aiming speed really helps you with these tanks, because you really want to be able to aim in, shoot somebody, and then continue on what you're doing. You don't want to keep having to move your tank, because of course that screws up your bubbles, your aiming bubbles, and you have to start over again. Another thing you could possibly have is camo net. Camo net's not bad to have, but usually I don't carry one just because I know by the time, you know, most of the time in a game for artillery, you're not going to be spotted right away anyways, unless you get that one random light tank or something like that that pushes really quickly, and then you're probably fucked anyways. But usually by the end of the game is when you get, when you're probably going to get spotted, when your team's starting to lose, and by that time, seriously, no amount of camo net's really going to help you. They're going to find you eventually and they're going to kill you. You could last a little bit longer, but me personally, I think it's a waste of silver. So everything else I don't care for, because really you're one hit wonder. There's no reason to have anything else on here. Medium spall liner, yeah, you're gonna get hurt no matter what. If you hit somebody, you're probably gonna die if you ram somebody. Wet ammo and fuel tanks, I mean, you're gonna get hit once. So like I said, none of this stuff really makes any sense to waste your silver on. Now, looking at the consumables, no, you can see I don't put any repair kits or anything like that on there. Usually it's just because by that time, if I have to use a repair kit or something like that, I'm probably gonna get killed the second shot anyway. So, and I've never had just my men, you know, somebody get hurt, like a commander or something like that. So I don't keep a health pack, because usually everybody blows up when I get hit. So like I said, it's only got 340 hit points, so don't yeah, don't worry about it too much. Anyways, I just keep with the high explosive rounds. The normal ones. Now you can see that there are two different types of gold ones. There are high explosives, and then also the OCO MLEs and stuff like that. Now, as you can see, it's like, why? What's the difference between these two and stuff like that? To be honest with you, I haven't researched it enough to figure out what's the difference between the two. To be honest with you, maybe one's more an explosive radius, and one's not. That's what I'm kind of guessing. It doesn't look like that one does more penetration than the other, except for the OCO, which is more penetration. This is kind of like your what we call gold rounds or your blue shell kind of things that you see flying off. They get the max penetration when you're in a heavy tank that can't pen a tank destroyer or something like that. Like, this is what we would, that I call them. These ones right here, I'm just guessing they're a little bit more high explosive. I'm not for sure on that. I've never tested them. I don't care for testing them just because I'm very happy with how the original high explosives are doing, and I plan on sticking with them. There's no reason to. I mean, look at that. If I convert these over to silver, 5,000 and 4,000 in silver. This is a tier 7. I'm not going to spend 2 years in a day, or I'm not going to spend so much money on this tier 7. If I would have used these rounds, I'd probably be broke from silver. I wouldn't be able to use the tank, so I'd rather just stick with the normal rounds. They do fine, and you'll see that in a little bit. They're not the most amazing damage, but they do a pretty decent job, and you don't have a bad reload time, so just make sure you guys put that in counter too. Just because you hit a tank once for 300 doesn't mean you won't be reloaded in time. It's a pretty quick reload with this tank. Alrighty guys, here we are on Fisherman Bay, standard battle. Tier 8s, tier 7s, a couple tier 6 on Fisherman Bay. Alright, oh man, my voice sounds terrible. Stupid allergies are killing me. Anyways, let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can kick some ass. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. Oh, this is a standard battle. I need to go back over here. Here I'm thinking encounter battle. I usually always get encounter battle on this game or on this map, and I always have to head up to the windmill to be able to shoot into the town a little bit better. But we're gonna go back over here. What's up, guys? What's up? Just jumping around. Don't mind me. Sing is fast. Sing is fast. Hey, I wonder if I can make it up here. I know I could do it if Bubba pushes me. Nope, not gonna make it. Used to be able to make it up there. They've changed a lot of maps around on this last update where you couldn't get on certain places on Sandy River and stuff like that. So, pretty neat. Guys didn't know there is the new Russian tanks, heavier tanks, nastier tanks. I'll be doing that line right after this line because you guys know I love my Russian tanks. Gosh, dog it. Whoever took him out, RHM took him out. Fucking like one hit. Are you fucking kidding me? What's the M6 doing? It's like crazy. Why would you come out this way? Jesus. Like, there's no point to even trying for those guys. Alright, let's see if we can get... Black Princes are fun to shoot at. They die pretty easily. Oh, I didn't hit them good. I've done like 900 damage on them before with this tank. It is so funny. You just drop them down to like barely anything left. They usually have like a smidgen left and that's it. M6, try for it. Oh, come on. I thought that was going to do a lot better than it did. But I'm getting points from other people hitting the guy I hit, so. I really don't want to try for the M6 again because I feel like somebody else is going to kill him. Nope, I'm going to get it. Alright, cool. cool. That's cool. Alright, let's try for the tiger next. Since he's just showing his side, like, amazingly. Yeah, I don't understand that, but cool. Never mind. Someone else is gonna kill him. Jesus Christ, our team is just mopping them up. It's not even funny. Come on. Come on. Show yourself, T-32. There you are. Boop. This is at 26. Critical hit. I did such an amazing job right there. Let me tell you. Come on. T-34. Try for it. Boop. 14. Hey, you know what? I'm tracking the bastard. So it gives me enough time to fucking reload and possibly get another shot in. And plus my buddies can hit them now. Oh, are they gonna both back up? What's going on here? Come on. Good hit. There we go. There's another good hit. I love this tank. I mean, it's a tier 7. Of course, the tier 8 gets better. Tier 9, of course, is a lot better. That's when you get a rotating turret. Yes, that's right. Tier 9s, you get a fully rotating turret. So, it's a lot of fun. Alright, come on, you little prick. Damn it. He didn't keep going. Of course not. I would have thought he would have kept going, but nope. He didn't. Ooh, T-32 just got tracked there. And he's probably going to stay there. Because he's been tracked. Come on. Zoom it in, big boy. There we go. Let's try that. Good hit. Good hit. Like I said, it's not a terrible tank. Usually when I miss, sometimes it could be way off, but a lot of times it's just like barely anything. So the accuracy, you just gotta readjust and learn how to play the tank. There's only so much you could do with the roll of dice kind of thing with this tank, but you could sit there and see that it's not a bad artillery. It really isn't. I've had a lot worse with the American. I feel like this is such a better tank. I really do. Okay, who's gonna show themselves now? Ooh, there's a tank out in the open out here that will be easier for me to hit. And he's probably just AFK. No, he's not. God damn my nose. I'm like draining and everything because my fucking body hates me. Oh, damn it. I gotta turn my tank a little bit because this guy's gonna keep backing up. Come on. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Come on. Zoom in. Zoom in. There we go. Ah! And I shot. God fucking damn it. I wasn't paying attention to my stupid, my lines on the side of my tank to see how much I have left before I have to move again. Because my foot's in the way, because my foot's up on the stupid dresser. I'm like being relaxed. I'm all like sprawled out, relaxing kind of thing. Alright, where's this prick at? Well, I can't do anything to him. I'm probably gonna lose my goddamn, yep. Every time. Why can't you stay in the same fucking spot, dude? Like, come on. God damn it. Why don't you just die? Alright, right here. Nope. Oh, I did get him. Yay! Awesome. I was worried I didn't get him. But apparently I did. And I wish... Come on. Pershing. Come out here. Go get him. I've already knocked a good chunk of his life out. There you go. Good job, Pershing. Alright. Let's see. Who's coming out next? Ooh. Here we go. Adjusting. You know he's gonna run like a bitch. He's running. Running. Ooh, there's an RHM somewhere out there. And it is down to the wire, kids. Alright, if that other already dies, then that means I'm going to have to get set up for a shotgun. Which I don't mind doing with this tank. I usually do pretty well with doing a shotgun. It's whether or not the tank that kills this other guy has a lot of life or not. That's the problem. That is the problem. Alright, let's see. An art gem and appearance SFL. The worst tanks to have last on a map, man. The spotting range on them. Ugh. They could be nasty tanks. Yes, I know, dude. I gotta take it slow. Gotta take it slow. Boop! Oh, I hit him hard. Alright, so we know the one guy. Alright, how much life does this guy have up here? Ah, shit. Freedom tank is probably gonna disappear before I get down there to look. Yep, he's gone. God damn it. Let's go to the flag. Our best chance is to be in the fucking city anyways. Try to outmaneuver them in here. Do what we can. I am just whipping through here. This is another reason why I like this tank. I'm just flying down the road. Look at this thing. Just getting speed. Just getting speed. Yeah. Tons of speed. Tons of speed. Yeah. I love it. Where's my other buddy? Okay, he's back there. Alright. Here we go. Now, this is probably going to be really stupid to do, but screw it. We're going to be out in the open. And I'm hoping retard will cover me. So, that's my hope. Retard will cover me, and I'll be okay. Now, since this guy is trying to cap my base, the best thing to do is try to shoot somewhere. Which, of course, with no splash damage with this thing, probably gonna be hard to do. I need my other buddy to get on here. Let's get a draw, bub. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Uh-oh. I've been spotted. Shit. That sucks. That sucks balls. Yep, just go take a random shot. Screw it. Not even caring about the bubbles. Just hoping. Hoping for the best. Ah, well, at least we survived. So not bad. I did a good amount of damage, 15 shots. You know, don't go by the direct hits and penetration, stuff like that, because you still do good damage with, you know, hitting on the sides, and like it doesn't calculate it very well. You know, one thing could say I've damaged a guy like 8 or 9 times, but on here it's like direct hits and penetrations don't mean shit kind of thing. Just look at the damage and your assists and stuff like that. That's the main thing on this. Yeah, did a good amount of assists, good amount of damage, came in 3rd place. We didn't win, but that's okay. Alrighty guys, that's it for the Lorraine 155-50. We will be doing the Lorraine 155-51 probably either before the end of this week or the beginning of next week. Then we will be moving on to the tier 9, which is going to be awesome. The Battalion 155-55, and then the 155-58 is the tier 10, which is pretty badass. Now, if you guys haven't seen yet, like I was saying, the Russians have new heavy tanks that are actually pretty badass in the sense of damage and stuff. As you can see, there's the IS-7. You know, let's just take a look at this thing. 250 penetration, 490 in damage, and yeah, pretty nice in that sense. Where's the I'm looking. Nope, not gonna show it. And then let's look at the IS-4 real quick, which you could get a bigger gun for it. 140 whole armor, 250 in the turret armor, which is pretty badass. So you're gonna want to do like hold downs with this thing. And then what does this thing do? 258 penetration, 440 in damage. Wow. 258 and 440, which means, yeah, it's a little bit less damage than the IS-7, but it does do a little bit more penetration, which is pretty nice. So yeah, we'll have to see what the differences is. It's saying the you know, saying that it could take a little bit more damage, a lot more hit points, stuff like that. Don't know the hit points right off the bat. It is a little bit slower, but as you can see, the tanks all the way through. Even the T-150, I mean, it just seems a little bit better than the KV-1S in the sense of armor. Yep, IS compared to KV-3. KV-3 has more armor, more hit points, more vision. Like I said, I don't know the exact stats from it. I have to eventually go down this line, and we'll probably do this line next because this is pretty fucking badass. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do this line next because you guys know I love my KV lines and stuff like that. So my Russian tanks. Anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I tried live streaming the other day, but my internet was acting up. So anyways, I'm WizardKen. Until next time, see ya.